One of America's best runners will not compete in the upcoming World Championships in Beijing. Nick Symmonds, the American national champion at 800 meters, was left off Team USA. He is in a dispute involving athletes, individual endorsements, and requirements to wear official team gear. Symmonds, who has a sponsorship deal with the running company Brooks, has refused to sign a document that requires American athletes to only wear Nike, the official sponsor of USA Track and Field, at official team functions. So joining us now from Seattle is the two-time Olympian Nick Symmonds. Thanks for joining us, Nick.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So break it down for us, because most of us don't know about the world of non-professional athletes and these sponsorship deals. Tell us about this document and why you're unwilling to sign it.
Yeah, of course. First of all, we are professional athletes. We don't get paid as much as we'd like, but we do get paid some money. The crux of the issue here is that they wanted me to sign a document that said that I would wear Nike or Team USA gear, which happens to be sponsored by Nike, at all official Team USA events, which I was totally fine with doing. The problem is they never bothered to define what an official Team USA event was. Given that my primary sponsor is Brooks Running, I'm contractually obligated to wear Brooks Running at all events that aren't official team events. So I just asked for some clarification so that I could, sign a document that protected their obligations but also protected my rights as an athlete, and they refused to define that term for me.
And your argument is sort of, look, when you don't define that term, then I could be, leaving the hotel to grab a cup of coffee, and you could say, no, you have to wear Nike all the time. But here's the counter argument. Nike's pumping a ton of money into this sport. And, why shouldn't they be able to regulate how often their name gets out there and how often people see their shirt on you?
Right. Sure, you're absolutely right. They do invest a lot of money. But part of the problem is none of that money is very, very little bit of that money is shared with the athletes. A recent economic survey estimated that only 8% of USATF's annual operating budget is shared with the athlete. You can compare that with the NBA, where about 50% is shared with the athletes.
I think a USA Track and Field said, look, you can wear your private sponsorship gear at races, various races that are televised, and that way your sponsor gets free publicity on TV. Isn't that pretty good?
No, it's not. We have about 2 Super Bowls that occur every few years for us. The World Championships is one of them, and the Olympic Games is another. If we can't give our sponsors exposure at the big events, the ones that actually matter to everybody, then all of a sudden those sponsors stop investing, and then you've given a monopoly to one company, and a monopoly is going to be the end of the sport as we know it. They'll stop investing in athletes, and we won't be able to live and train. The only way we're able to train for these teams and win medals for our country is through sponsorships.
You're giving up a lot here by not signing this document, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I mean, there's tens of thousands of dollars in prize money available from the IAAF. Brooks Running has some bonuses in my contract that are worth quite a bit of money. I actually was supposed to go to Europe and compete over there this summer, but I passed up on a very lucrative summer racing schedule over there so that I could stay here in Seattle and train my butt off. Because ultimately I knew what really mattered was going out and representing my country in Beijing and winning another medal for Team USA, but now I'm not going to get my shot to do so.
Yeah, so how far are you willing to take this? I mean, are we talking legal action?
Yeah, I mean, I've taken it this far. I was contacted by USATF last night and said that they've left me off the team and selected another athlete. I have a meeting with a lawyer to discuss my options now. I don't know. I don't want it to go that far. I just want to see the athletes' rights protected. I want to see USATF increase the revenue sharing that they're currently doing from 8% up to an industry standard of about 50%. I'm just really tired of USATF taking money from the athletes.
What about your fellow athletes? It seems like, at least right now, you're the only one standing out in the cold here, but are they supportive?
Yeah, they are. On Twitter and talking with them and in texts and in emails and stuff, the athletes are extremely supportive, and even some Team USA members who are going to Beijing have reached out and offered their support. But at the end of the day, they have to do what's best for them, and a lot of people have families that depend on them. A lot of people aren't in a position where they can make this financial sacrifice. I happen to be in a very unique position that I'm an entrepreneur and I own several businesses that allow me to take this financial hit from my running income.
Nick, you guys are independent contractors, which is why you're in this position. Do you think it's a good idea for runners to have a union?
It absolutely is, and over the years, several associations have tried to pop up and create a collective bargaining voice for the athletes. Currently, that association is the TFAA, the Track and Field Athletes Association, but they're not having their voice heard, and we don't have that collective bargaining power. And until we have that, I'm not sure that USATF is going to cave in on any of this. They're going to continue to make an estimated $42 million this year, pad their pockets, and let the scraps come to the athletes, whatever they deem is appropriate. And that, again, based on the economic study I referenced, that's 8% of their annual operating budget.
So just finally, sort of last question, what do you want people to know who say, listen, are you trying to line your pockets, make more money? I mean, what is the point? You're tainting the sport.
Yeah.
You want the fans to
You know what?
know.
I wanted to represent my country. I spent the last 2 years waking up every single day with one purpose, and that was to go out to Beijing and win another medal for my country. This isn't a publicity stunt. This isn't about lining my pockets. In fact, I'm taking a huge, huge financial loss to do this. I'm 31, and I'm an Eagle Scout. I have one golden rule: leave the campsite better than you found it. And when I came into this sport, I vowed to win medals and change it for the better. And here I am at 31. I know I've only got a couple great years of running left in me, and I can't leave the sport the way it is right now. I can't go out and put on that Team USA jersey. One of the proudest moments I've ever had in my life is wearing that jersey. But it doesn't feel right knowing that I'm making the USATF a great deal of money, and none of that's being distributed amongst the athletes.
All right. Nick Symmonds, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.